Good afternoon, Mower Medic One. Today we're going to install a tube inside of a lawnmower tire. This is going to be the rear tire on a riding mower, as you can tell. But I'm going to do it without any special tools. This stuff you can get down at any hardware store. This is just a pry bar that has an indexable head, and this is perfect for getting in there and breaking the bead on these tires. Once you get it broke free, it usually just collapses all the way around. Fairly easy. Now I can take the tool and put it down in the center of the wheel, and that's going to be kind of like a pivot point or a place to attach another pry bar. But what you want to be careful is your sharp points here. If you're going to reuse the tube that's in here, you need to use some tire spoons. I would highly recommend that. I've never used them. I've always just used a pry bar. Push down on the back side and pull your rim over towards your hand to get the bead of the tire up on the rim. Now you can soak this up with some Windex or some soap and water. Soaked up. And we're going to work this bead off of the rim. Can. Like that. And then you should have access to remove the tube at this point. Go ahead and pull the tube out, and you don't have to be careful with it because we're replacing this one. As you can tell, the tube that was installed had that slime in it. And I just don't like that stuff. But anyway, at least it was inside the tube and not in the tire, where it makes a flipping mess everywhere. But now that we have the rim free, just want to make sure and run your hand in here and go all the way over the tire on the inside and make sure you don't have any things that could potentially poke the new tube, because I've seen it so many times. People put tubes in and it has a sticker burr in there, and as soon as you put the new tube in, it pops a hole in your brand new tube. So anyway, so let's go ahead and get this new tube in here. And it's a different style of tube that most people are used to seeing. It's made by High Run, which is the exact same manufacturer of the tire. Just so happened to be High Run. This has got the screw-in valve that attaches and screws into what you call it, the valve stem hole. So basically what you want to do is take this nut off here and make sure you don't lose it. And just be sure this one's snug here. So whenever you go to install the new one, you don't want to install it, you know, the wrong way. If you install it upside down, the valve stem is going to be on the wrong side. So obviously you want to put the blue stripe towards the other way, just like that. So let's go ahead and start feeding the tube in. Working your way around the rim and the inside of the tire, making sure nothing's pinched. And then locate your valve stem. One thing you want to be mindful of is when you tighten this nut down, as you can tell, this nut has got a flat side and the other side's kind of cone shaped, sort of like a lug nut. You want to put the cone part down when you start tightening it down, because what it's going to do is going to center itself in the valve stem hole on the rim. And we're just going to poke it up through the hole. And then start your nut. Using a 12mm, we'll just go ahead and snug down the nut. And it doesn't have to be, you know, overly tight. Just snug it down. That's plenty right there. Now, before we slide the bead back onto the rim, we're just going to put just a little bit of air in the tube while I hold this up. Just enough to help conform to the tire. And then you can reach in here and make sure nothing's pinched. It's got a little air in it. Everything looks good. It's on the rim. I don't have any creases. So let's go ahead and we'll just put our tool back into the tire. And basically, we're just going to walk it the best we can on to the rim. Find my pry bar, here it is. So what you want to do, you just want to hold down here and just barely come in here. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to bump the camera. And just work it around. Feel in here, make sure you're not going to bite your tube. Like that. I don't think we're going to need that. It's just going to get in the way. Just keep on walking it while you're pushing down. And just keep feeling, make sure you're not going to bite your tube. down with your arm and hand. If it feels like it's too tight, move it down a little. And just be sure you push down the whole time. It's a little cumbersome, and it is a pain in the butt, but in the end, you were able to do it without any special tire changing tools. And there you have it. So at this point, we can just go ahead and air up the tire. And as it airs up, it's going to push the bead onto the rim. Going to put about 8 to 10 psi, be plenty. Put your valve cap on. Now if you go on the interweb and you want to order you a tube like this with this style of valve stem, it's called a TR6. So if you can order your tube by the size of your tire. This one just happens to be a 28/8, and the size of the tubes has a range like 18/858 to 28/8 to 20/10/8. So there's like 3 tires that the tube will fit. Alrighty guys, we got the tube inside the tire here, and it's working great. So if this helped you out, give me a thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe button. And while you're over there, click on that bell and get your notifications going so you can get all my new videos. But if you guys have any questions about how to install tubes or whatnot, let me know. More Medic 1. Have a great day.